Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the IBB, REGN, and AMGN. On the daily, weekly, monthly time frames, we use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to StockBookie.com, sign up for the free membership, or go to YouTube and subscribe. So let's go into the daily chart on the IBB. And guys, you know what? This is a great bullish pattern. Took off 4 days straight up into a gap fill, I believe it was. Let's see, I think it was a gap fill. If you go way back, yep, gap fill right there. Right here was the gap fill. Got rejected. You can see a little bit better right there. And then boom, right back down. We did the first video here on this red bar saying, hey, let's see if we get a retrace. We did, but let's see if we come right back down, which we did. Now we're consolidating in the lower range of this red candle. That is slightly bearish. Still in a bullish stance above the 20, the 50, and the 200 MA. Got a couple gaps to fill down below. Ultimately, just like Facebook, Amazon, and the FANG and Apple, this is the target right down here, right around 286.01. Still have gaps to fill, so, but if this pattern starts to rumble, you will stair step down. You'll probably bounce, retrace, sideways to the next leg down. So be careful with the IBB, guys. We had a nice run like this out of the blue. Just gosh, with this pattern here, just tighten the stop and enjoy the profit. Don't turn a great trade into a bad trade by holding, thinking, wow, this has got to go higher. That's what CNBC said. So just watch for that, guys. Above the MA, still a strong stance, but setting up for lower prices, in my opinion. Let's go to REGN. This was another one, guys. It just took off here, hit the 750 retrace, made a little topping tail on the daily, and boom, right back down. We've been holding the 382 retrace right here, and this high pivot, which is going to be another good area of support, which was resistance. We popped through it, and now it turns to support. We are still above the 50 and the 20 MA, but did close below the 50 and the 200 MA. We did close below the 20 MA here today. Down sideways now, slightly bearish. So if you were long in this one, you know, if you're long from 360, this thing goes to almost 560 and you're not taking profits, man, again, just like the IBB, don't turn a great trade into a turd and hold on to this thing. You know, it's real easy. You know, I used to do that. I just sell at the low and you know, I gave it a shot, blah blah blah. Yeah, I had all this money, this was great, but you know what, I still made a little bit on the bottom there, which was great. So that's how you got to play this one. Right now it's starting to set up possible for lower prices. Bullish, you got to get back above the 20 and start moving up towards the 750 on the upside, and then crack through the side, and then possibly higher prices. But right now, guys, it needs a little break. It took off from the 350 to almost the 560 area, 200-point move since May. It needs a rest. Let's wait for this pattern and see what develops in the next let's go 6 to 7 days or so, unless the markets give it up and we come right back in, and then we'll look for areas for a possible long trade on REGN. But what a move, guys. If you're in this thing with calls or anything, just make sure you tighten that stop and don't turn a good trade into a bad trade. Let's go into Amgn. Amgn, guys, oh man, this is setting up great bullish pattern above the MAs. You can't ask for more than that, other than 152 to 175. You had a pretty good move here, almost 25 bucks. Going sideways, slipped a little bit here. If you want to try to take this for a long, basically if it closes below 170 or it gets below the 168.97 or the 20 MA and starts coming in, you just got to stop out, since this is setting up for lower prices and if this pattern fails. But if you're in this or trying to get this one on a long trade, possibly let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days sideways, that's some good consolidation. Next level would be gap fill right around 180, and then the double top here right around 184 or 185. So upward action off this bullish pattern, you're looking for about 10 bucks to 15 bucks. Downside, if you're looking to short this, I mean, we're holding this area. You know what? This is another good area too. This was the gap window that we're holding too. It starts to come in, guys, off this pattern. You just got to tighten the stop and get out. But if you were long from down in here, though, just tighten the stop. Let's see if this bullish pattern plays out. Again, bullish stance. Little bit of a long move up here. Little bit, you know, needs a pullback before it goes up. But if you want to try to take this long, like I said, do it. If you start slipping, getting below the MAs, you got to get the heck out. You do have a gap fill here, though, at 162, but that is $10 away. So I would say the 20. If it gets below that, you got to stop out, comes back in here, then give it a shot down in here. Possibly at the 200 MA gap fill, low pivot down in here. That slips, then we're going right back to the lows. But higher, 184, 185, lower, back into the 161 gap fill 200 MA area. So just be careful with the IBB and the biotechs right now. They are news driven. Maybe some news is coming up and this thing pops up. Earnings are coming up as well, so 50-50 shot. We are into July, the beginning of the next quarter of earnings. So watch for that stuff. All right, guys, thanks again for stopping by, watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.